Okay.
No, it's like all the time when you get to like racist dudes
Yeah.
who are like over the top and they speak in like buzzwords and caricatures and stuff.
Yeah.
Every version of this racist guy is always their version of the guy in their head.
They're there.
They're there. There isn't there this time.
They're there, Andy.
This time there is a there. But yeah, whenever you see dudes who are like, I said this before you started recording. I've coined the term "kumiaing out."
Yeah.
You know, a guy where it's like, hey, we're having a casual conversation, and then you just see you're like, are those crime statistics on the horizon? You're like, stop.
Yeah.
That dude who like spazzes the fuck out. Get to know them. They always end up being the equal opposite of, not equal opposite, like what's the term? The inverse. Like if you know,
you're barking up the wrong tree, bro.
You're like Pat's over there.
Like the inverse. You mean
if you say one
is
more,
that when the anus comes out?
If you say yeah, there's I talked to a lot.
No, that's a prolapse. Pat.
I talked to a lot of prolapsed racists.
God damn it! I wish that could be the name of the episode.
Prolapsed racist. Well, let's start a third podcast.
Just Truth Social, guys. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of crossover stuff.
Follow us on Gab.
Gash. It's a pussy website.
Dude, I don't know why, but every time there's a freedom of speech alternative to a popular app, it's always like, also part of freedom of speech is the app is incredibly inconvenient.
Yeah.
It happened with that app Gab. They were like, Gab, it's like freedom of speech Twitter when Twitter didn't let loose and Grok didn't just make up Mecha Hitler. Yeah. It was like, it's the freedom of speech alternative. And you're like, is it on my phone? They're like, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah, no way. You can actually only do this on Blackberries exclusively.
Yeah. And that was the same thing with Rumble. And it's like, I respect the goal of Rumble, but it's like, what if YouTube had zero functionality?
Yeah.
Rumble.
Instead of Rumble, how about available?
How about usable?
That's the intro.
I wanted to bring up a quick little thing before we start talking about Killswitch Engage, which we will be talking about today. But there was a bit of a dust up on Twitter over some straight edge band merch, which I really enjoy. This band, they're called No Cure.
Okay.
They're a straight edge. I don't know if they're like deathcore or what, but they're kind of hardcore, but they go a little crazier with the riffs and the chaos and stuff. So hardcore's not enough. Deathcore.
They're core.
They're horrific.
They're
I've listened to them. They're horrible.
Sorry, I was going fishing.
No, but those are titties. I wanted to look at.
Yeah,
these are really good boobs.
Smoky,
those are really good boobs. I have in my
great New York boobs.
So
I'm distracted.
So No Cure put out a bunch of merch. Which, oh, by the way, they were using one of their band members in the merch. A trans gal that has me questioning everything. Shout out No Cure. But yeah, they put out some merch and it just says No Cure, keep smoking. I want you to die.
That is fucking awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so a bunch of people use that to be like,
how appropriate that
you're hearing this here first. No Cure, Drag the Lake, straight edge merch, Drag the Lake approval.
Yeah. We'll allow it.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's better. You know what? It's like if Minor Threat had said that, I'd think completely different. But they had to be so poetic.
Yeah, you got to look tough when you say that. You can't wear your goofy little fucking Pharrell fedora while you say that.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty funny though. Like they're at least, and this is also fun. And I'm not saying straight edge people started it, but the whole secondhand smoke thing.
Yeah,
they're like, no, smoke it up. We'll risk it. You know what I mean? Like, but I think that's awesome. And I would think that I immediately my brain went to like, oh, why wouldn't they say like, have another one and have a drive, you piece of shit? But it's also like that's still endangering other people.
I should say this, by the way. If that member of No Cure isn't trans and it's just a super jacked lady, I also love you.
Yeah. Either way, he'll suck you off.
I'm trying. Either way, I will suck you or your boyfriend off.
Whoever you are, just present and I'll.
Is this how you be an ally? I'm trying to learn, guys.
I'll objectify any of y'all.
I think that's going to be my new thing, by the way, when I say insensitive things. Guys, I'm just trying to learn.
Yeah, guys, I'm learning.
I'm literally in the process of learning.
Yeah.
No, so then that gets like this whole discourse where people, someone tweeted like, it's important. This is important. And it was like, I really need straight edge hardcore bands to stop being the most milquetoast edgelords about something that they have Republican level of empathy for. If you're straight edge and anti-addict, leave me alone. And then they wrote the F slur with emojis around it, which I don't know. It's a funny shirt.
Yeah.
But then this is the layer that also annoys me.
Yeah.
Is then you do this shirt intentionally, hilarious shirt.
Great
you
shirt.
do the shirt intentionally antagonistic. And to be fair, No Cure isn't being like, they're just putting the shit out and laughing about it.
They're not selling cigarettes to kids.
But then it's people who they're not. They're actually beating up kids who smoke cigarettes.
They're like existing cigarette smokers. Keep it up. You're doing great.
Wait, are cigarettes breaking edge?
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a drug.
God. So you just have to be mentally tough? That sounds so exhausting.
They're essentially, you know why I think I realized the contempt that I had for them is essentially they got the same energy as like disenfranchised Christian scientists. Do you know what I mean? Like they're these fucking idiots that are like, I'll just fucking, instead of praying away the whatever, the addiction or the sickness, they're just like, I'll just mosh it out. I'm just gonna sing a song about how much I fucking hate my dad. I mean, alcohol.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Well, it is funny. I've been listening to this
Just
one.
like, work out your trauma. Fucking. I almost dropped. I am.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was almost in the comment
I almost
section
said a
there.
slur with emojis in it.
Yeah, but I didn't. Hey, but I didn't.
And you know why?
I'm learning.
You're learning.
There's the
Hell
episode.
yeah.
Oh, hey, we're the
Sick ass scapegoat.
we are learning.
We're learning.
We are learning. That's how
we.
we say. We go.
Oh.
I mean, so we still get the intention.
Oh! Don't say slurs.
Oh. I feel like a real jerk now.
The word. No, you say the word again. I feel like a real fat. Oh my god.
Fuck.
You know, to be fair though, that's why you go to school until college, because learning takes a while. No, but then there's all these like fans of No Cure that are like arguing, being like, this is why you're stupid and shouldn't be mad about this. And it's like, well, no.
Yeah.
Because No Cure is being intentionally antagonistic.
Yeah.
So like,
it's not edgelord. They're telling you fucking die.
Yeah, well, that's the edgelords. Edgelords are people who go, man, this room would really hate it if I said the N-word. Yeah. And then they say the N-word.
Yeah.
That's an edgelord. No Cure is going, no. We're want you to die.
Yeah, we want to profit off of your death.
Sometimes you got to take people at their word.
Yeah.
And No Cure...
There's no riddle here.
No Cure wants you to die.
They're not being cryptic. They hate you because of your lifestyle. They hate what you're doing to your body, but they actually kind of love it. So keep it up.
Yeah.
And they're like, smoke up,
Johnny.
Emojis.
Smoke up emojis? No, so it's like...
that's how I'm going to say it now. You fucking emoji.
Honestly, the substitutes for slurs are funnier than the slurs.
Brother, I said to a friend,
calling people emojis.
There was a friend of mine, Charles Baynard.
Bernard?
Yeah, back home, in Central PA.
Lunchbox guy.
Wears flip-flops on stage. Oftentimes takes them off.
Still brings his lunchbox to open mics.
Still brings it every time.
Has his closer for his 5-minute open mic set. I love you, Charles. I love you, buddy.
No,
I'm just fucking with you.
He's a lovely man, but he always calls me his and
emoji.
soft day slur.
Emoji.
Yeah, the friendly one.
Yeah.
And I go like, man, he's like I know like,
you go, man, I'm gonna stop saying that myself sometime soon.
I was like, that's not how you say it, man. You gotta it's like this.
Charles, I gotta be clear. We made it established way back. That's not how you say it.
But I was joking. I was like, I don't feel right ever saying that to you. And he's like, and I said, and you know what it is? It's literally like, I know it's just a word. The intent is I've never said that word to a black person out of like evil intent or anything like that.
Yeah.
I've said it before to a white person, an Italian, but I've never said,
You called them the N-word.
and I meant it as I want you to be I want you to be hurt by this.
That's fun.
I have said it that way to a white guy, and he was my manager at the time. Not after that. But there was but the same thing is like I said, like let's say I told you every time I say the word cupcake,
Yeah.
my intent is I mean the hard R.
Cupcake.
No, hard R.
So you don't have cupcakes?
I lost Andy. All right. No, but I was like, so now
I got what you're saying, Pat. We're gonna eat cupcakes after this episode. Wait, what?
But I also told him I was like, so after that he started calling me Cupcake. That's
fun.
Now we call each other Cupcake.
And now everyone thinks you're a gay couple.
Yeah,
that's fun.
But it's also like now he knows because he said, really, I'm saying I was like, no, I think you're joking. He's like, no, I'm giving you a pass. Like you're my that, and I was like, I can't do it. And he's like, so now he's my Cupcake.
Well, that's where that rapper Jin Lee, who people thank you so much for sending me this fat white redheaded rapper who says the N-word constantly.
Oh my
and
God.
people message it to me going, "That's you, Andy." I go, "Sure is."
Please don't tag me in this, but yes.
Also, that other fat redheaded guy, I know I look like
we
him.
don't all say it.
There's another fat redheaded rapper.
Yeah.
Who everyone keeps sending it to me, and I'm just like, I know we all look like that, which I've accepted.
Yeah.
I am Butterly had the best joke on me at the Creek. He's like, "Oh, you're a creative character number 3." I go, "Yeah." I unfortunately realized I was like, I have a preset face. But anyway, my whole thing with the like outrage cycle is I always get annoyed at the people going like, why are you mad about this, when it's a thing where it's like, no, they, like we said, no cure wants you to die.
Yeah.
They did that intentionally to be antagonistic, because that's a big thing about like hardcore and stuff that people don't realize is hardcore is like on purpose exclusionary. Yeah. They're like, no, we've set up a way of being that we like, and if you don't act right, we don't want you to be here.
Yeah.
Hardcore, like that's what people don't realize. It's intentionally exclusionary by its nature.
Welcome. It's the polar opposite of the Olive Garden.
Yeah. When you're here, you're emojis.
Yeah. When you're here, get the fuck out. When you're here, you're emoji. Sorry, I stepped over that.
Yours was also.
I didn't even get my fun one.
No, we're tagging each other up, baby.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is like to the No Cure fans going, why are you mad about this? You should.
Wait, the fans are mad about it.
That's the thing. A lot of the fans are like, oh, why? Like, but it's like you got the response they got the response that they wanted.
Yeah.
People being mad who they think are wrong. So they expose
the emojis.
So
in their
then,
fan base.
it's like that makes me think. Hey, you might be a phony who doesn't want non-straight edge people to die. It's like your response should be like, "Aha, you're mad. Fuck you."
Yeah, love it, buying it. Thank you.
Now, inherently, we should all try to get along. Yada yada yada. All that fucking flowery bullshit.
But if you smoke, I want you to die.
But if you're No Cure fans, you should love that shit. It's so funny. That's my thing. At the end of the day, if it's funny and exciting, brother, it's getting a pass.
Yeah, for anybody in the comments of that post that are expressing their offense of this merch in any way, just realize they're not your dad. We're not your dad.
Yeah.
Talk to your dad.
Yeah, and
talk to a therapist.
We should make a shirt that says "Keep smoking. I want to die." But anyway, that was my.
That's fun.
That's my hot gossip for the week.
Hot goss.
I love
Andy's new segment.
Andy's new segment, Hot Goss.
Hot Goss with Andy Malafarina. Spill that tea.
1 week I just bring on Ryan Gosling. Here's a hot goss.
That's a hot goss.
I would let him do anything.
Andy, we're not here to talk about hot gosses. We're here to talk about hot moshes And those oftentimes happen at a Killswitch Engage show. Tell me I'm wrong.
Boo, 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 boo. Perfect segue.
I just watched a recent show of them at York, PA.
Flawless victory.
It was weird.
Wait, you went to go see him?
No, I saw the on the YouTube.
Can we do a thing and go, like, we just go follow Killswitch Engage around?
Yeah.
And when they come out on stage, we just go, "Where's the black guy?"
Brother, I watched 2 different live performances of that song.
Yeah.
One with the current singer, who is not as bad as I thought.
No. Here's my thing.
That sounds bad. I will give more context. I promise.
No. Yeah, because the current singer,
It's not bad.
is stupendous.
Yeah.
I want to give a public apology to Killswitch Engage.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were bullshit butt rock. I never gave you the time of day.
Oh yeah,
Brother.
they rip, brother.
Killswitch Engage. Like, here's a similar thing happens with me for like a band like Slipknot, where you just go, like, it reminds you of like how good we had it in the early 2000s, where you're like, wait, a band this actually heavy and good
Is like mainstream.
can be mainstream.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you like Killswitch Engage,
the fact that Korn was on the radio and shit like that, where you're just like, damn, it is catchy,
Yeah.
but it's also like. You listen to it now, you're just like, this sounds crazy.
dude, I was like, listen, the thing that got me about Killswitch is I was listening to it being like, because like now, because I love hardcore so much, it's really sort of shifted my view on the live concert experience. And like, I'm really more about like getting active now and like getting in the pit and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think about that stuff more often when I'm listening to bands and I'm thinking about wanting to go see them live. And I was like, I could do my little moves at Killswitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got.
I can do my little dancey dance at Killswitch. I was like, they're a fucking hard. And it, like, the craziest part too is like, oh dude, this album's from like 03, 04.
Hold on, I got it here.
Yeah, it's from like 03 or 04. And I was like, dude,
2000.
It's heavy.
Released in 2004. So this is around the time that I saw them live. If not this time, not far after.
What was the show you saw them on?
It was Slayer
Wow.
and Lamb of God, or not Lamb of God, sorry, Mastodon.
Slayer's another band. It's insane how big they are and how actually heavy they are.
And the fact that they also they just played at the Aussie thing. Like they reunited for that. They're actually doing another tour or something like that.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that at the end.
I love Slayer so much.
Yeah.
But like they played recently live, and I'm just like, God damn, they still got it. Because it's like
Wait, I don't mean to cut
I'm pretty
you
sure
off.
Dave Lombardo's on drums again, but
In Killswitch?
Yeah, no, in a Slayer.
Oh.
But it's Tom Araya, the lead singer, Kerry King, and it's I believe Dave Lombardo on drums. So like the fact that those dudes at their age are still fucking like, and he's still screaming like he's still vocals still sound fucking toyed as hell. So like I like that shit that it just excites the hell out of me. They still fucking rip so hard.
Yeah. I was gonna say this. It's very how we started the show the week of Ozzy dying.
Yeah.
Is really telltale of the subject matter of this show.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, so this is some noteworthy news this week in music.
Yeah.
No Cure had some merch.
Brother, who has not talked about Ozzy at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like
the thing, not to go into a whole Ozzy thing, but the thing for me was I realized I do got to give Ozzy props. His solo shit is substantially better than I ever gave him credit for.
Oh yeah.
I've said it 1,000 times. I grew up listening to like punk rock and stuff. I was unnecessarily pretentious about the shitty music I listened to, and there was a lot of shit I missed. Ozzy solo shit rips. And Black Sabbath, I don't listen to you a lot, but thank you so much for existing. You're the reason all the music I like sounds the way it does.
So it's so funny that like I was just talking about Slayer. This is my connection. So like it's so funny to kind of work backwards this way, because aside from the hits or anything like that, like I don't think Crazy Train was necessarily a staple at stadiums yet as a jock jam. So like
quite possibly the biggest blue balls in all of music.
It's fucking incredible. But they have.
Will you like the song?
What, Crazy Train?
No, it's a good song. I'm just saying.
I think it's a perfect song, dude.
I don't know.
But the beginning,
in my opinion, it's the biggest blue balls ever. because when you hear it, you're like, oh, it's gonna be the darkest, spookiest song.
I love that transition. I love that like
Really? See,
like,
whenever I hear Crazy Train, when I hear the intro, I go like, keep doing that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, crazy.
I don't know, man. I think it's so. I think
it turns into like a fucking. It turns into like Blue Barracuda, dude.
I can see that. Yeah, I never
It's
really
not
thought
a bad song.
I always thought of that as like a cool transition coming from this like fucking like, oh shit, like it's fucking like because it grabs your attention, and then it gets into this thing where you're like, to me it's like a introducing you to like a rock ripping melody.
That's
You know what
fair.
I mean? Rock and ripping rep melodies. That
Rock
kind
and
of
ripping.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's this thing where like he's never. It's a joke that like he's never had like a great voice or anything like that. But his voice is so unique, and to that, it works in a dark metal satanic
Is that what people
band.
say about him?
What? I thought so,
I
but
mean,
I always thought he has a good song.
He
I
goes
always liked
nuts
his voice.
on.
But No More Tears.
I'm coming home.
No More Tears.
Yeah, he goes nuts on that.
And you don't realize like the musicianship that's in these songs. Like he is a really good like I don't know. I guess it's essentially like him being a producer essentially, because at that point he's got to approve it, and he's not gonna like just go like, sure, I like it, that's good.
Wait, he's like a producer, so he's the Rick Rubin, but instead of telling Serge Tankian to read a book, he's
talking to Zach Wild.
He's like,
Zach
Zach
do
Wild,
another squealy thing.
He's like, Zach Wild, open up the Necrocomicon.
Yeah. So like,
he's like, that'll be the lyric.
But like his from what I guess he has a very unique voice, but like not necessarily like the greatest, most like iconic. I always loved it, but like his solo stuff ripped as much. But my connection to him, is Slayer. When I discovered Slayer, it was, I believe, Jack Osbourne was introduced. So I knew the Osbournes through the Osbournes, and his hits. But when I found Slayer, it was Jack Osbourne was hosting Headbangers Ball on MTV. Like they had brought it back or something like that. And he played Rain and Blood live. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Jeff Hanneman had a Dead Kennedy sticker on his guitar. So I was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? So I did a little research. And then I found out that basically how Slayer came up with like their sound was Kerry King and Tom Araya. I mean, were all kind of fans of each other's music at one point, but they were like huge fans of Black Sabbath. Yeah. And Jeff Hanneman was a huge fan of Dead Kennedys and punk music. And they kind of mixed that. Yeah. And like they were like, you got your peanut butter and my chocolate, like kind of shit. And they're like, they both loved both of those sounds. And I was like, Black Sabbath. I was like, Black Sabbath, huh? Yeah. I obviously knew who they were, but like did more of a deep dive and was like, damn, they kind of fucking rip.
Yeah.
And and I think they're kind of what like Jet and shit like that wanted to, not Jet, but Wolf Mother and some of those other ones are like kind of remind me of like an updated version of like a kind of a Black Sabbath-ish classic rock-ish.
You remember the cool thing too? We were talking about that when we did the Slayer episode.
Or tribute.
The cool thing about that was the one, like a lot of the dudes in Slayers was like, I don't want to listen to this punk rock, and the one dude was like, dude, I'm telling you, which is always like. That's when you know you got something good, when you're hitting someone with like, dude, trust me.
Right. And the fact that they instantly kind of became bigger fans of each genre or respected it a little bit more. Yeah. Because they knew the dudes, like they were already friends from school and shit like that. So like that stuff is really sick. So then my connection to Killswitch is I know them, obviously. It's in when I saw Slayer live, I think it was 2005. So like it was not long after them releasing this album, and I basically was like, these guys, because I was huge into like Unearth, Norma Jean, like a lot of the other bands and stuff like that. But these guys were like, they added so much more to like the metalcore genre. I felt like.
I think so, yeah.
And like we were talking about like obviously the lead singer. Oh shit, damn it! I should have had that ready too. I always forget his fucking name.
Well, they're because a lot of times people have a bad interpretation of metalcore. Like metalcore is like a dirty.
Howard Jones.
Say again.
Howard
Jones. Yeah. A lot of people have like a negative interpretation of metalcore because there are a lot of, because when metalcore is bad, it basically like bad metalcore either goes towards butt rock or emo music.
Good point.
So and they're all and it's what irritates me the most. Thank you, Pet.
Yeah, like the good metalcore was not on the radio, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In the early 2000s.
Well, dude, that's why I always associated Killswitch with like some like fucking Five Finger Death Punch bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, like bad metalcore.
They fucking rule.
And what?
They rule. They like Killswitch.
Five Finger Death?
No, the Killswitch.
I was about to quit the podcast.
Sorry, god damn it. No.
No, I don't mean
Please.
to be an elitist, but I was literally about to quit the podcast.
Now they're gonna make an AI image of me kissing Five Finger Death Punch just to fucking rib me.
That's what you worry about more. Not saying slurs on the pod.
Never.
Having people think
Andy
you
will cut him out.
What?
Huh? I said Andy cuts him out. Fucking.
Don't worry, I'll edit them out. And Pat will go, why?
I'm like, why is the episode half the length of like? I took out your slurs. What slur?
Like, Andy, didn't we? I swear that we talked for like an hour and 40 minutes.
No.
Why is the episode 20 minutes?
Andy, I was saying sand.
No. Here's the thing. I was watching this Chris Rock bit, and he says there's black people.
Yeah.
And you're like, Pat, no.
Oh, yeah. Right.
No, it's what gets me so furious about the shitty metalcore is because it's like people don't understand that like metalcore is one of the best genres because it's so like collaborative and it takes from so many other genres.
Yeah.
Because a lot of groups they'll just be like a shitty rock band or they'll be a shitty emo band and they'll see the cool thing metalcore does and they're like, oh, what if I did that for a little bit at the end of my song and then we get to call ourselves heavy? And it's like, no. You guys suck ass.
They become very. There's like the super formulaic ones, and these guys didn't have. I remember. I'll be honest with you. I remember when I got this album. Like I saw them live with Slayer.
You had the physical.
Oh yeah. I think I still do actually.
Nice.
But I got this, and obviously I love the one from the this illusion. Damn, I could be this fucking guy. That's discography.
Don't disrespect him like that.
What are you talking about? Andy, I'm really good. It's the end of Heartache. The end of Heartache. It's also, I think it was also on the end of the Resident Evil or Resident Evil 2 movie. It was in the credits.
Dude, I
remember thinking, like, I got so hyped for that. I was just like, oh my God.
Reading through about Killswitch reminded me is you don't have this anymore. You don't have, you're like, oh, so-and-so's on the fucking such and such movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
They don't like hype up movie soundtracks anymore.
I remember they made such a big deal in my day. They made such a big deal about like when they would do that or they would do the movie integrated music video.
Yeah.
Foo Fighters did it with Me, Myself, and Irene. The I Wanna Break Out or whatever the fuck it is.
Simple
Not one of the
Plan
best.
had one of the best. For I'm Just a Kid. DJ
was
Qual.
that Scooby-Doo? Or no?
No, they did the
Nice
theme.
Guy or...
The New Guy.
New Guy, sorry.
They they had DJ Qualls in the video. Who else has that?
I mean, how do you even book that guy? But there's
just call him.
Oh yeah, probably. We can probably tweet him.
Should we get DJ Qualls on the pod? That would be fun. New Guy was my favorite movie at the time. But I'm sorry, go on.
There was also the Metallica.
I'm looking up
one
something.
that stands out to me all the time is Metallica doing Mission Impossible 2. And then I disappear. And like I'm just like, oh, they're just trying to do Enter Sandman again.
Yeah.
Like they had very
and
much...
it's a really impossible mission. God damn it, Lars.
But there was a...
Sorry, I have such ADD today. I've been listening to the Suicide Silence podcast, and the guitarist, I think, went to one of the recent Metallica shows.
Yeah.
And they said it was like a 2-day thing in California. There was like suicidal tendencies and a bunch of sick bands were on the one day. He said that was the second day. That was the better day. And he said the first day, he's like, Lars fucked up no less than fucking like 15 times.
You know what really sucks? You know
he's
what
like,
really fucking
Lars
sucks?
ruined the show.
You know what really fucking sucks, dude? Is the fact that you're packing these stadiums you're doing like if Lars is sick or something like that, I'm not gonna feel even a little bit bad for making fun of him. I just want to make that clear. Even if he's sick,
We can go back to last
he
week.
needs to be replaced.
It's crazy how bad he still is.
They have every like part of their thing is everywhere they go. I think I heard Jim Brewer talking about this.
Yeah.
Or like they have like a rehearsal space built into like everywhere they go. Like they have their green room. I think they even have like personal green rooms.
Yeah.
They have like an extended green room for like VIPs, like that they can kind of go in and say like, "Hey, thanks for buying the tickets. You're great." Take some pictures, talk to them a little bit. Then they have like traveling people. They have like a fan club thing that you can join, and you pay so much. You basically it breaks down to like $500 a show or something like that, and you get like VIP access. You get the special seating where like you're in this like right next to the stage or something like that.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. So, but they also have a rehearsal space built in like to their like writer or whatever their contract. That is so like before each show, like I think it's like an hour or two, maybe 45 minutes before each show, nobody else is allowed in there except for the band. And the band just goes in there and they just jam. Like they connect with each other, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
So like I know
They go
for a
through-
fact that's in their thing. You practice, motherfucker. You wrote the fucking
Yeah.
songs, motherfucker.
Dude, I legitimately like
Please.
trying to be
Ugh.
courteous to him. Not courteous, that's the right word.
Respectful or
No, just like I try to look at every angle of it because it's easy just to be like Lars sucks. And it's like looking at it glass half full, it's still bad, but it's like, dude, maybe he's got some like weird maybe
Yeah.
he just won't admit that he has what's it when you tick and say like curse words?
Tourette's?
Like, dude, like short of having
or
like
Parkinson's. He could be like an Aussie thing.
dude, yeah, short of having like Tourette's or early stage something or other, it's like, brother, how are you still fucking the songs up?
There's even that antidepressant or whatever that makes you randomly drop things. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
There's a thing where like I'm like hey, if I can just hey, there's so many medications out there. They're giving you medications for your medications, okay? Andy? Hey. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
But there's also the one that it's a medication that if your antidepressant gives you these symptoms, it's a twitchy face where you go randomly.
That rules.
Where you just randomly drop things, and then like there's another one where like I don't know if it's like you stanky leg or something, but then
Side effects may include can't finish playing Enter Sandman even though you've played it every day of your life for 40 years.
maybe he's got that. Maybe he's like on some antidepressants, and he's just like, oh shit, and he
Yeah.
just drops a stick or something like that. And he's just and like he does twitchy.
You know what
face
it
a lot.
probably is? It's probably because every song's like fucking 9 minutes long, and I bet you in the middle of the song he just trails off.
He's an old man.
He's
You know what I'm saying? Like
he's just playing, and he's just like, "Oh, is that a little bird? Oh!"
like if we could just get a drum track and just like we look, hey, Andy, come here. I want you to talk to them with me. We got a friend, all right? Grew up with him. This guy named Tim Armstrong. Never played a live show in his life. They got him. He records great. Eventually,
He goes to the show.
he can get the take.
He's not.
But he goes to the show and he busts his ass. He's running all over the place. He's fucking strumming something. We don't know what it is, but it works. All right? Figure it out. I know he's the drummer. It's going to be crazy hard to do with a drummer, but if we can just get a track. Nobody's watching him with a fucking watchful. Like,
Well,
these are
it's like-
fuck-ups that we can't see, but we can hear.
Well, you know
So,
what
like,
makes
if that's the problem, let's just get a drum track. The rest of the guys can play to the drum track. And you can play the drum track through the PA. Like we can.
There's
do
a
this.
weird-
You're
there-
Metallica.
There's
at
a
this point.
weird
You're an
thing.
island.
There's a weird thing that happens too with like
Love Killswitch and
there's a weird thing that happens too with some of these bands where like because it's funny too where you see a band who has substantially less complicated music like Bill Murray, and you've seen their
less complicated than what?
The band we were just talking about, Metallica.
Oh,
They have it's definitely easier to play a Bill Murray drum part than Metallica.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not shitting on the music.
No. I was just trying to think. I was like, I don't know. There's points where they kind of rip, but you're right.
No,
Like,
no.
it's not
I'm not. Every song rips.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like complexity. A Bill Murray song is easier to play than Metallica on the drums. But then you see their live band. And I'm sure you've seen this too. They hire this dude who's just fucking nuts at the drums.
Yeah.
And it's like he's probably been playing for a quarter of the time Lars has been playing. And
Probably
it's
been
like,
alive a quarter of the time.
yeah. Yeah, for real. And then it's like Lars, it's just like, brother, you've been on this earth forever.
Yeah.
How have you not, like, I think when bands are sort of like, you know what I think it is? Lars has become a character outside of just part of the band. Like,
Yeah.
the members of Metallica are so known that they're characters at this point. And I think something happens in your brain where you become complacent. And it's like, and then that just leads to never actually getting better at the drums for your entire life.
Yeah.
And now you're in your fucking 50s and you're just still as good as you were the first day.
Yeah.
But we're not here to shit on Lars. We did that already.
No.
What are we talking about with Killswitch?
With Killswitch Engage, like there was a level of with the newer singer where he's able to like his clean vocals on the same songs that we saw with God damn it, I forgot his name already. I'm gonna forget his name every 2 seconds. Howard something.
Howard Jones? Isn't
for-
it like a real like
Howard Jones? Yeah.
It's like a super standard name.
But like there's I wanted to watch live versions of them because also like this was also the peak of like they were still making like music videos and they were making those really serious ones where like every one of them was like about a kidnapping or a murder or something like that. Or
they're all very cinematic.
And not bad. I'm not here to shit on that or anything. Like but like the live, there was a good quality recording of them live with him from 2005.
With who?
Howard Jones. I
There you
didn't even
go.
look.
Look at
I
that
didn't
shit.
fucking- Howard Johnson. But there was and then there was a recent recording because I was like, I'm not going to do it as soon as he gets into the thing because this is the thing. This is what I noticed. Howard Jones sings, "This still stands, this," and then gives him a couple lines, and then because everybody's singing,
Yeah.
everybody loves the song.
Oh no, I think we watched the same live video.
Yeah.
He hits the first one.
He's fucking nailing them.
Nails and I think this is the perfect level of you sing it,
Yeah.
you sing it, audience sings it that I've ever seen where it's like, doesn't he like, he hits the first line,
Yeah.
and then he's like, you guys are clearly going to do the next line,
Yeah.
and then he finishes it out, and
I
then
think
you're like,
he gave them this delusion or something like that. Like
but that because sometimes dudes will put it out to the crowd, and it's like, well, I want to hear you do the meat of this.
Yeah.
Like obviously for like perfect example, when Fall Out Boy does "Sugar We're Going Down,"
Yeah.
they'll go like, "Am I?" and then the whole crowd goes, "More than you."
Yeah, because they turn the lights up. Yeah.
And then they for like 4 measures, it's everyone.
Yeah.
And then Patrick Trump does the second half, and I go perfect balance.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So new guy comes out, and this might have been an earlier clip, maybe not the
He
most.
just comes
recent.
out, sing the whole song,
Brother. The opening line.
Oh really?
He's holding the mic out, and I say to you, my friend,
To me or him?
because you say Fall Out Boy goes, "Am I?" Right?
Yeah.
Give him 2 words. He goes out there and goes,
No.
and I go,
So
brother,
funny.
he's not dabbing.
And then he's like, "The distance."
So all is forgiven, obviously. That was in the most recent.
He just.
Fortnite.
Oh my
emoting.
god! Did he just super soak that hoe?
So
Say Fortnite.
he's Fortnite emoting. Yeah.
I just put that one on my character.
But there's a.
I just went through my emotes and very seriously picked which ones I want to put on.
I have mine mapped out. I know which one to especially rub it in. But there's that to me is like a faux pas. That is because honestly, what we're here to talk about is the full album is way better than I remember.
Yeah.
And also is more reminiscent of like that. I remember that show in particular when I saw them. I walked in and they had just started, and he fucking rolls across the stage. I think I've talked about this before, and he like just rolls across the stage, pops up and fucking and just like
Wait.
scream belts.
Literally rolls.
Yeah,
He,
the
like,
dude is
tumbled?
athletic. Yeah,
That's nuts.
Like it was like he was all over the place. And this was Hard Rock Live.
He was just doing shoulder rolls like a video game.
It's crazy.
Like he's just playing Bloodborne, just like whoa.
I'm like it was honestly. I think I may have even audibly. I'm so glad that was so loud because I think I audibly said, "Where'd he go?"
Come on, dude.
Because I was like, "Oh, remember I told you about this show? This was the show where they had the sign that
you're
said
in the crowd like singing along, and then you turn the dom. You're like, did he die? Where'd he go?
No, bro. This was a long time ago. I was a young boy.
You're in the crowd going, did Howard Jones disappear?
Howard Motel 6. There's a
Pat, that's a reservation later.
Oh, sorry. There's a
He rolled.
There's a no. This was the venue where this was Hard Rock, and they had the this was the show. I think I've talked about it before, where they had the signs up that said "No moshing allowed."
Yeah.
And I had a friend of mine that I was like, that's a huge like old metalhead, like fans of like Iron. He introduced me to Iron Maiden.
Nice.
Where I was like, I never really gave him a chance because I always thought the name was so gay, and I was just like, oh, this is Iron Maiden. This
like,
rips.
at least the band's not super gay.
These gay guys rip. I was still not convinced they're not gay.
Quick sidebar.
What's
Do you
up?
want to know what?
I always got them mixed up with Judas Priest. I think that was the issue. And I was like,
Oh,
Iron
you know
Maiden
what?
sounds like a way gayer name than
My
Judas
fault.
Priest.
I just did that too. I was calling him gay, and I go, no, Judas Priest had the gay guy.
Yeah.
My fault.
The guys that go, breaking the law.
Wearing fucking assless leather chaps.
Yeah. And you're like, what?
Those guys are gay.
Say what?
Queen,
Queen, you hear this?
What was Iron Maiden was run to the
Dude,
I knew about him for the longest time. I never took the time to listen to him.
They fucking rip.
I'm playing one of the SSX games. Remember the snowboarding game?
Mm-hmm. Is that the Trooper?
I think it's a Trooper. And then, dude, literally, so the game was sick where the game before it would just be different levels. This game, and I've talked to my piece of shit video game friends, Lemaire and Nate. They've said it's the worst one. Agreed, disagree. I think it's a lovely time. But the cool thing about the game is like you can actually snowboard down an entire mountain. That'll like from start to finish, it could take you like 45 minutes to an hour to actually get to the bottom.
Wow.
It's crazy. And dude, I was like, maybe not that long actually.
I was gonna say that's crazy.
Yeah. I'm saying it out loud.
You could probably set the time.
I go, that's probably wrong.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you reveal yourself to just be a guy who's saying shit.
Yeah.
But no, and then I would, because that's a long song. That's probably like,
yeah. I think
it's not a short song. It's a
Run to the Hills, maybe. That's
it's a couple minutes long, and I'm just snowboarding down the whole.
Run to the Hills.
I'm snowboarding down the whole mountain to this entire song, and it's the first time I ever listened to the whole song, and I go, yeah, these Sons of Guns fucking rip.
Yeah, they're very famous for, I believe, mainly. So their lead singer, I believe, is a licensed pilot and flies the band's jet. Has like a private jet.
God, that's got to be so fun.
It's fucking crazy. But again, we're not here to talk about
live. He rolled. You thought he disappeared. You cried for 20 minutes.
I was fearing for my life. Oh no! But the funny thing was when I said,
"Why'd you guys leave Killswitch early?" Pat thought the lead singer died.
He had a panic attack.
He was having a panic attack.
We went to Disney and then
it's just you crying at the Killswitch show, eating a big pretzel. This is helping.
Yeah. Come some water. There's the signs up, and I said to my buddy, it was this old metalhead, and he's like, I was like, oh man, and I kind of was like, dang, I was like, can you believe that shit? And he's just like, he looks at me, and goes, oh Pat, he's like, this is Slayer, we'll be fine. Yeah. And I was just kind of like, okay, but Killswitch Engage, like fucking like for to be the first time I saw them. And just to be like, oh my God, this is like, I think probably the same thing you did. Like, oh my God, this is Killswitch. Because they had such a perfect balance of the clean vocals. They're not wasting your time with the songs. Like they got rippers, they got squealies, they got like all the gimmicky shit that I really like. And not gimmicky, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got the tricks.
No. Gimmicky is important. You don't want to oversaturate it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play your fucking guitar. do all the fucking bullshit. It's fun to me.
It's fun. It's so tastefully gimmicked.
Can I say this about the sing-songy choruses thing?
Yeah. It won't be long.
Imagine I'm the Emperor's New Groove meme.
Yeah. Right, brother. I can't help myself. I'm the third lead singer of Killswitch Engage. I'm the guy that plays the acoustic guitar in the background.
But instead of Howard Jones, you'd be Howard Johnson. Thank you.
That was classic.
No. So the reason Killswitch is such a better representation of like high quality metalcore is oh, hell yeah. Sorry, my brother just texted me, and the first sentence is, I know you're into conspiracy theories. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
What gay liberal...
Got another one, boys.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Dave. So what separates Killswitch from all the other, like, bullshit butt rock metalcore bands is Killswitch is actually doing, like, metal and metalcore shit. So, like, yeah, he hits the... And, like, it feels powerful and has presence, and it's still heavy. A lot of the so I don't want people to confuse. Like it's not that you can't sing in a metalcore song. It's a lot of these bands are glorified pop bands that they'll just do like, and then they'll do a little bit of chug on the verses.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit where it's like, don't just there's so many of these bullshit metalcore bands that when the verse shows up, they're just fucking like One Direction.
Yeah. I think there's am I wrong? Is Atreyu like that?
Often.
In my own home.
It's a podcast.
In my own home.
In my home.
You would come here, you drink my juice box, and you tell me some shit like that,
you
man.
Come here, I
went from Italian to Spanish for some reason.
Hey, I do it with my accents. Oh, you want to come to my house?
You went Spanish again.
What?
Do you want?
Oh, give me a taco. I'm in Mexico.
No, but is Atreyu in that category? I feel like they're like. I didn't love his scream.
They are now.
Oh,
their first two albums, they were the perfect like emo-y metalcore band.
Yeah,
they did they were kind of like screamo-y but metalcore-y. Because I give bands like Atreyu when they first came out. You give them a lot of. It's like there was another. I was just talking about this with the interview that dropped on Friday with my bro, writer. Fuck, I forgot his first
Stephen King.
Ian Ryder of Holy Coast, and he was in we were talking about he was in one of those Christian metalcore bands back in the day, and a lot of those bands, people don't think they don't age well for certain people because it's like figuring out the scream was really new to people.
Yeah.
And Atreyu's in that pocket where the scream doesn't have as much power.
The scream stinks.
But it's fine.
Sounds like inward singing. It's bad. I don't like it.
Dude, it is kind of the worst scream when it's all just like...
Yeah. I gotta tell you,
it sounds like a dude getting punched in a Street Fighter game.
It's so... Atreyu be button mashing.
Atreyu be like,
I remember after I saw I think it was Norma Jean and Unearth. They were opening for Atreyu on a big tour. That was at the House of Blues.
Was that recently?
No, that was for I remember I told you they're doing that tour again.
What?
They're doing that tour again.
You saw Norma Jean recently with POD.
I did see that.
That was
it was an excellent pairing.
I try not to get jealous of other men, but that had to have been a fun night.
Chatted up.
We are.
I chatted up POD and Norma Jean members and made it pretty bearable for them. It was not totally unbearable for them.
How long did it take you to grow these dreads?
It's just like, yeah. So what's it like being powered by the power of Christ? Because I realized they were very Christian, and I go, now this makes more sense. But I didn't realize a lot of the bands were Christian metalcore. But when I saw Unearth with Norma Jean, I was really excited. I was very pleasantly surprised by Norma Jean. Really enjoyed them and became a fan from that. But I was already a fan of Unearth, and that's who I was going to see. The Middle. And I was just fucking delighted. I love Unearth. I cannot believe I have not seen them again since that show. But I saw them.
What year was that?
That was for they were, I think, touring with they were supporting the Oncoming Storm, which I think is their second or third album.
Yeah.
So it was, I think, or maybe 2004 or 5 ish.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, I could probably look it up, but fuck that. 2005. I feel very confident with that answer. And I remember like wanting to talk to Ken Susi, the guitar player at the time, and because I wanted to tell him how much I loved his antics. So I I didn't think I was actually. I mean, especially most venues, it's like it's not always likely that you'll run into a musician, but sometimes you might see him or something like that.
If you, especially too, if you catch a band early, they might be selling their own merch.
Yeah. So like I was, but we had already left the venue because, and this was the thing is I was not. Trey was headlining, and I could not care less. And I was like, you know what? I'm here. I paid for the ticket. I might as well just give him a shot. And I hated him more live. I could not believe it's so crazy to me that it was such a weird change for me. But we went out front and we had some time to kill. We were letting some I think we were like just chilling out, like sitting outside the venue, and Ken walked by.
Yeah.
Ken Susi, and I was like, holy shit! I was like, I remember saying something about he told me that he invented people wearing the little choker thing so that they could do the guitar spinny thing.
Oh, the bitch toss.
And I was like, that's pretty fun.
Huh.
But I told him how much I appreciated his antics. He was very receptive of that. So I was like, he didn't take it wrong. He was like, thank you, like kind of thing of like, thanks for noticing.
Oh, when you say
he would
antics,
do
like the jumping around.
He would do, but no, like for breakdown shit. Like a lot of times you do this thing. A lot of times he just he'd do like the thumbs down and like make faces or like dig a grave with his guitar.
Antics are important.
I fucking love it.
Brother,
it's stage presence, brother.
Dude, it's like you see it all.
If you're one of many guitar players on stage and everybody, you know what I mean? Like you have the vocalist, bassist, another guitar player, drummer, like whoever else.
You see it all the time with like hardcore bands where it's like the crowd will be like a little bit stagnant.
Yeah.
And then just something where the guitarist will just like fucking be like side to fucking side.
Yeah.
Or the like lead singer will just be like fucking I love when the lead singer goes like move someone.
Yeah.
And then you just go like aye, Captain.
Yep, got it. Yeah, you gotta be partial hype man. You gotta share the hype man.
Well, it was a thing I forget why I thought of this, but it was a thing I was realizing when I was watching a bunch of live footage. And like this one band who I'm not going to say their name because I like them a lot. But, fuck it. It doesn't matter. They're a really good band. That one band, Big Ass Truck.
Uh-huh.
And they have their song that they would open for the longest time, Big Ass Truck. And the nature of the song is such a perfect intro song.
Yeah.
And they haven't really like written new music. And I saw their set from Sound and Fury. And it was like, oh, you didn't even... Because I've seen some sets...
You didn't even change your set list.
Well, I've seen some sets where they don't open with it, but they end with it. And you're like, okay. And it's like, guys, like fucking put that in there.
Yeah.
Because it's like... And this might be the fan in me. And like musicians may have a completely different perspective, which is fair. And I get it. You're the artist. Like you do your thing. But like as a fan, I feel when you're like in the studio and you're writing the album... That's when it's time to be artistic and stuff.
Yeah.
But there is a huge element. It's like when you're at the show, it's like we're here for a party.
Yeah.
So it always goes back to like my wrestling fan brain.
Yeah.
And I always just go back to like do the thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like you've established. That's why I respect Kubla Khan so much. They bring songs like that they haven't played before in a while. They like change out songs all the time. But they always make sure to do the thing.
Do the hit.
And I think when it's like at the live show should feel like a party. And it's like you go to a party and the DJ's never going to play a song,
Yeah.
It's just like, But I also could be not as deep into Big Ass Truck, so maybe the songs they played were the bigger ones. Whatever. I'm just trying to be fair. But
so I will say this. So like I speaking of that time frame, like learning the scream and everything, watching that early performance with Howard Jones.
That's so funny.
We went with the joke name, god damn it. But Howard Jones, I was like, scream's kind of weak.
Yeah.
Didn't love the scream. The voice was beautiful. The clean vocals were great. And even the yelly voice he does. So that's the thing about metalcore. Essentially, learning what this genre is, because you have the tough guy hype up parts. You gotta talk like this, and you guys you gotta walk in here and do this. Like you gotta do but it's still gotta have somewhat of a melody or a rhythm to it.
Well, because that's the
He
difference.
has that, and then you have the clean vocals, then you have the screamies, and then you have the yellies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going screamy, singy, yelly, singy, screamy. You know what I mean? Like
No,
he's got to
you make a
preserve one part of it.
You make a really good point too, because like whenever you get one of those metalcore bands who the singer can scream and sing,
Yeah.
it's very impressive. And I would say, is that what you were saying? Howard Jones's scream may lack a little bit.
So that one, and so when I'm comparing it with the new lead singer who's in his recent performance, and even the early one, the scream is so much more powerful. But I did also watch one performance where during that song, the end of Heartache, that hit from then, there is a more current version where Howard Jones comes out.
Oh, really?
And like they're both, and I'm like, man, he's still got it. It sounds so much more. It's so, and he is doing more of but he's also running back and forth. Like, you know, he's
rolling, disappearing into
it's
caverns.
Terrifying me.
Yeah.
Where'd he go? Is he a magician?
You're
oh my
like,
goodness.
I haven't gone to see them. I get too stressed.
No, I wasn't that concerned. It
He
wasn't
was
like
doing the Prestige.
yeah. It's not when you lose when you lose.
Turns out every night a new Howard Jones has to die.
But no, like he's doing it and he's still fucking got it. But his the new lead singer, the guy who replaced him, I think his scream is so much more powerful than it is
his singing.
The sing, and also like it's a mix. You know what I mean? Like if you're performing live.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get it, but that makes a lot more sense that if they're trying to figure that out, how to like, because you got to think about how can you preserve this for touring, recording.
And you also gotta consider too, like, we are Killswitch fans, but we're not deep into the catalog. Well, you're way more than me.
I was just gonna say there was a cover that I also really wanted to hype up and say if anybody hasn't checked it out, they do a cover of Holy Diver from Devo.
Yeah.
Not Devo.
What?
Dio.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, Dio.
Devo. What I was gonna say is
Holy Diver. No. Holy Diver. What were you doing the other night? AC/DC.
Oh yeah. Dirty Deeds, Hotel California.
Just mix as well.
Dirty Deeds, I'm on a highway to hell.
Dirty Deeds is dynamite.
I will not explain the joke. With Hotel California.
Dirty Deeds and Dynamite. I think that was the combination.
Yeah, well, no, I did there was a whole thing about the Eagles, and I was drunk, and it made sense in the moment, and it's probably never going to be, it'll probably never make sense to re-explain it. No, I was going to say a thing about Killswitch is, like, you also, too, got to remember, like, they have, like, 13 albums.
Yeah.
The current singer was in the band before Howard Jones.
Yeah.
And so it's, like, they're not just, because I was listening to... I remember I was like, I haven't listened to like any of their other shit. And I was like, I went to their This Is playlist on Spotify. I listened to like a whole bunch of it. And it's like they constantly rip. So
and
it's not the end of the world that he can't, hit the vocals the same.
And that's the thing, is it's just not Howard Jones. It's not that it's bad. That's the point.
That's a really good point. It's not that it's like worse. It's just
his sing is more of a kind of like a emo-y sound where he kind of like lilts off, like it's gonna
that makes sense because
but his scream is fucking powerful. So like Howard Jones's sing is so powerful, but his scream was kind of lacking.
They should just get both of them in the band,
brother. When they were on stage together, that was pretty sick because he could do the "There's still stance," and the other guy's like,
you know what I think a big part of
you
it.
Guys.
You know what I think a big part of it too is like. I was thinking about this when I was like watching the newer guy sing. It's like I think part of singing like Howard Jones is just being a giant motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because the best example is the rapper Big X the Plug. Mm-hmm. He's fucking gigantic, and his voice is just naturally like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
Yeah.
And like that happens the bigger you get.
Yeah.
And so it's just like that dude might just want a carbo load if he wants to hit that part.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, he could probably bulk up a bit, you know? I mean,
get a little husky.
take some HGH or something. Like, you're not an athlete. They're not dosing you.
Dude, you know what?
You
Just
doing?
do a little bit of TRT.
What are you doing? What do you think you're going to kill your wife or try to kill your wife like Tim Lambesis? And not even allegedly. He was convicted, so I don't have to say alleged, right?
He would have done that shit on or off the juice.
You think so?
He had that vibe to him.
Oh, yeah. God told him.
He
God told me.
If you watch that guy, or like when As I Lay Dying was like breaking up for the 19th time, if you just like hear that dude talk or read Shitty Road or anything, you're like, oh, your whole vibe seems like a put on.
Yeah.
It seems like the dude you are, because that was his. Well, you were joking about. That was his claim. He was like, I was just taking a lot of juice at the time. That's why I hired a guy to kill my wife.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. I think no matter what chemicals are in your body, you're a guy who hires people to kill your wife.
Yeah, if it's the chemicals, it's you're most likely gonna Chris Benoit them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna be a thing where you're like, oops.
It's like when you find out a really charismatic guy's like a pedophile. It's like, yeah, because he's a pedophile and he wants to live in society, so he figured out how to be likable.
Yeah. Oh, the scout leader, the guy who was always like hyped to hang out with kids and do projects and shit with them that like normally bug the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Weird. So I think this album was a lot less a big critique of mine personally for the metalcore era was the interstitial song or the what was it, the instrumentals, like the interludes, stuff like that every band. And this one I felt like I don't even I listened to it the past couple of days like just nonstop, but like over the years I think I throw this in on maybe once a year or so. And I'm always really pleasantly just surprised to find out that like it's good from start to finish.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. I appreciate a lot more of this album than I did when I first bought it. I loved the band back then because obviously seeing them live and being like, oh, these guys are magicians. They're wonderful. They disappear. They come back. They do squealies. They're fucking screaming. They're singing.
Yeah.
They have such a unique melody to their music and still do, really. It's the production too, because even it's the guitar player, I believe, that I don't know if he produced this one. But the guitar player for Killswitch Engage is an excellent fucking producer.
Oh, speaking of their guitar player.
God damn it. Guest musicians.
You know what he reminded me of?
Lead guitar.
Every band.
Adam.
Say it.
Dukowicz.
Let me see that.
Dukwiczz.
I think it's the Kiwix.
The
Kiwix probably.
Yeah.
Damama, not Damama.
Hold on.
The one thing I realized watching Killswitch.
So Shadows Fall. He's produced. Aftershock.
Which was a band. One of the dudes was in Killswitch beforehand.
Killswitch Engage. Yeah. So he's been Every Time I Die.
Which one?
Last Night in Town. From Autumn to Ashes. Like he's helping all that remains.
Those are all old ones. See what he did newer.
Norman Jean.
Scroll quicker.
Oh, sorry. What year? Like
just more recently.
Okay.
I'm curious what he produced more recently.
So like 2025, Killswitch Engage.
Sick.
Day to Remember in 2023.
They probably cut him a deal. Guys.
Killswitch Engage in 2020.
Wait, which Day to Remember?
2023 For Those Who Have Heart. Remixing. It looks like.
Remix, yeah. Good job, because the original cut is rough sometimes.
As I Lay Dying, Unearth. Oh yeah, his work with Unearth, like I think is now their main producer, or at least multiple.
Nice.
Devil Wears Prada, 818 he did. So like, and that's
okay. So he's sort of he's like a more mainstream Will Putney.
Yeah, and he has this, like he's kind of a character too. There's like actually a really cool clip of him early on, like. He's in the crowd. He's got his wireless shit, and he's like playing a song right before his big. It's during that song, I think.
Yeah.
And it's during the chuggy chuggy parts. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure he either goes up and just orders, or maybe he even pours shots, and takes like a shot, and before doing his fucking solo from the bar.
The guitarist. I wanted to point this out. Every band, if you can, have a member of the band who looks a little bit goofy
Yeah.
and has a very distinct look to them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because dude, I always would remember Killswitch Engage more because their guitarist looks silly.
Yeah.
And then also, dude, that was the thing with Linkin Park. Their one guitarist always had to wear headphones. I think he was autistic or something.
He did the Oncoming Storm, but for Unearthed, that's one of my favorite albums by them.
Nice.
August Burns Red.
What was I gonna
Thrill
say?
Seeker.
I
But
had one more one more thing I wanted to bring up before I left. Oh yeah, I think it's on my phone. Last big shout out to Killswitch Engage. In my opinion, no disrespect to Living Color, but I think Killswitch had the better CM Punk intro walkout music.
Yeah, you were saying that. Yeah.
It's not on this album, but This Fire Burns. And shout out to CM Punk. He always made sure to just have like original music as his walkout music, and I think the like original music there's a lot of great walkout music in wrestling, but the original songs people use are usually better than like the generic shit they make for them. But yeah, I always thought CM Punk coming out to This Fire Burns went so fucking hard. Although when Punk comes out to Cult of Personality and he looks at his wrist and he goes, "It's clobbering time." That's also fun. So I don't really know what I prefer.
It's a really cool thing. So by the way, Adam did produce this album.
Okay.
So like he has such a good ear for metalcore, metal in general kind of thing. And it's really kind of a cool thought that I thought of. Like a lot of those bands that I named are not only bands that I like, those albums that I love, a lot of those bands I think are that's kind of like when just recently for the Ozzy show
Farewell,
where they had a bunch of the bands essentially that he was like
his viewing.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. His fucking living funeral. They had a lot of those bands. I'm like, you're looking at them, you're like, holy shit, there's these bands that like he's had this either a huge impact on from like touring with in the past, like they have these like memories together, or maybe some memories that they don't remember, you know what I'm saying? From these iconic tours from back in the day with like Metallica and like all like just classic bands from the 60s, 70s, 80s, all this other shit. And then like even some newer bands. But these are like the bands that I just named, those are our like class. Like that's that kind, not our class, but like those bands are our versions of that. Do you know what I mean? Like our generation's version.
Oh yeah, like I grew up with you and you're the one who got me to do this and that shit.
Yeah, like that's the thing of like Killswitch Engage and like these members of these bands, even though like they are kind of like just kind of switching. We talked about this with like Unearth, like almost that whole, staff quits and goes to As I Lay Dying, then As I Lay Dying. The only original member of, I think, Norma Jean is the lead singer, and he was the second lead singer.
Technically, none of them.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so like there's like so many different things where you're like, but they're kind of interchanging each other with those same members.
Yeah,
and they're inspiring. So like they're still playing these
tours.
Oh yeah,
and
like once you get fucking rip.
Once you get to a certain point once you get into a certain point in your career, it's like, oh yeah, the drum. Well, that's always the joke I do with like the Swancore bands, where it's like if you're in a Swancore band, you're also in 3 other Swancore bands. But people don't realize that with every genre. When you get deeper into your career, you're like, oh yeah, that drummer played for like 6 other bands you loved.
So this is a fun idea that I floated past Andy, and I want to float past the Dragons out there.
But in a way where it doesn't matter what they say.
This is a fun thing. Let's build a fantasy band with some of our favorite, like, who would you have on drums if you could have and from any band, if you could play guitar player?
Well, I thought we were going to listen to Protest, so I'm still going to listen to Protest this week.
Well, that too, but I told you about that.
Yeah, and then we
Do you think it was going to be separate? I thought this was good in addition.
I said Protest and then a band episode, and then you said, yeah. We can also do this. That's why I'm confused.
I thought it was basically like, oh, we'll just say it, and then on the next one, we can read some of theirs or whatever, and tell or whatever. Like who would you have on like your drums?
Yeah,
or whatever?
No. I'm saying when we talked last night,
I
know. I'm saying I thought you said next week we're gonna do Protest the Hero, and then we're gonna do that the following week.
No. I was meaning to say, okay. And I have this idea also for.
Well, you told me that idea.
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah.
You agreed to a different thing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
No, I thought I was just telling you these 2 cool ideas that I had that were great. Not only the next album we should do, but also this cool idea that we could do where like we could talk about this before we talk about protests.
Okay, that's what I was confused about because I thought we were going to talk about protests in response to
You know how we talked about the straight edge shirt?
What?
We talked about the straight edge shirt beforehand, and then we go into the Killswitch stuff. That's why I figured the reverse.
I know.
Yeah.
That's not what you said, though.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I'm responding in this way.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because this is the opposite of what you said last night.
Okay.
I'm not mad or anything. You were just, there was like so much confusion. I was just going off the literal thing we talked about yesterday.
Okay.
I hate you. Anyway, no, that works too. Yeah, we can talk about, so you want to talk about protests next week and fantasy book?
Yeah.
Hell
like
yeah.
we have like if there's
we also don't have to talk. I don't care that much. We don't have to talk about protests.
Yeah, I don't know why we
You seem
wouldn't
like
be able
you hate that part of it.
No, I want to do.
No,
like,
you seem like really fucking pissed.
It was always supposed to be both things. It was because that was the thing was I thought while I was listening to this album, how awesome would it be if the lead singer of Protest the Hero was on End of Heartache? Not saying that. I'm not even saying that he's better. I'm just saying, man, that would be cool to like just be able to switch out the vocals and just say, could you record this album kind of thing? And then it gave me the idea. That's why I was saying in conjunction with, it was never meant to be separate weeks, at least in my head. Because
okay.
That's how I got to the idea of saying, wouldn't that be cool if we could just switch out members?
Wait,
why don't we build a band?
I feel like you're actually annoyed with me.
No.
I'm not actually like, I don't actually care. I'm just laughing because I remember last night I was like, we do Protest the Hero next week, and then we do the fantasy booking the week after, and you looked at me and said, great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then and now you're going like, that's not what we said.
No,
it doesn't matter. I thought that would be funny, and you're just getting really pissed about it.
I'm not pissed about it.
You're just getting fucking nuts about it.
I'm confused about the confusion. I think that's all. I'm sorry.
I do this crazy thing where I do what we said. But that sounds fun. Your stupid fucking idea.
What was the album we're doing again? Fortress?
No, I think we're fantasy booking next week.
Wasn't it Fortress? Or no, because we both said
it is Fortress.
We both said Kazia by accident, or I said that by accident.
Is it Kazia or well, yeah, you said Kazia, and then you were like Blood Meat, and I was like, oh no, that's Fortress.
Yeah.
Well, let's not worry about protests. Let's just do the fantasy booking shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they put out that's a weird fucking artwork for that shit.
Oh yeah, they love to. Oh yeah, their shit's weird.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, protest does not get the recognition they deserve.
Right, and that's why I was saying, like, I mean, even for the new singer or the newer singer or the other singer, that's how we've referred to him the whole time of Killswitch Engage. So,
it was so rude.
We did the same thing with we
double checked Howard Jones's name
100
times. Kept calling the other guy the other guy.
Yeah,
it was so rude.
Even after I double checked Howard Jones, I still said Howard Johnson by accident. So.
Yeah, but my point is, we tried to say Howard Jones's name every time.
Every time.
We never once tried to say the other guy's name.
Even now.
I have no...
Internet's right there.
Nothing in... I've looked up so many things on my phone. I got nothing in me that wants to look his name up.
Yeah, man. It's not even like I physically could. Mentally I can. I'm prepared. I have the internet's on and everything. Just...
Nothing in me.
No.
Anyway, so next week, Fortress, Protest the Hero.
I'm leaving.